Ladies and gentlemen, it is a very sad day. Well, it's been a sad couple of days because we got sad news that Doc Harris, the famous English narrator for Dragon Ball Z, passed away. So I wanted to do a little compilation video because, as you guys know, this guy has inspired all of my Agenda Piece, One Piece chapter previews. So I wanted to do a little compilation of all of my favorite ones, the ones that I found the funniest, the ones that I think were the most creative, and just relive the memory of the man that has inspired our childhood and he's really inspired my creative spirit. And I'll just never forget him. And he has one of the most iconic voices in world history, in my opinion. You know, you can say that's hyperbole, but it's just very personal to me. So to the Doc Harris family, my condolences. Doc Harris, rest in peace. You will not be forgotten, and you will remain in our hearts for the rest of our lives. You have inspired a generation. So this is homage to you. Appreciate you, Doc. And roll the tape.
On the last rendition of Agenda Piece, JD Legend, for the third time in a row, got his joy back. First, it was the packing of Eustace Captain Kidd, or should I say, Useless Mid. Then, it was Galaxy Fist by Garp the Hero. Akainu fans were rattled across the planet while JD and his merry band of rats ran around their room, crip walking and doing all kinds of cantankerous activities. But what is left? Rumor has it, Agenda Piece is back for the fourth time in a row. Can JD Legend survive another Joy attack? Will Joy D Legend appear again? Will JD and his merry band of rats cause chaos across the TL? Find out on the next rendition of Agenda Piece, or should I say, One Piece Chapter 1081. On the last rendition of Agenda Piece, Big Business Kizaru versus Luffy stalks off for round 2. Big Business Kizaru is using every trick in the book, from his capitalism clones to his fadeaway step back to his ability to understand the situation at hand. He tells Luffy, hey listen, I know you might be that nigga, but I ain't worried about you, I'm worried about that bag. He went straight for Usopp and choked him out, taking about where's my check. Then he finds Vegapunk. Another check located. And another one. Kizaru is only about that bag. Rob Lucci is now fighting against Zoro. The pacifistas are now turning on St. J. Garcia. What will happen? Things are getting insane. Is there gonna be a round 3? Find out on the next rendition of Agenda Piece. On the last rendition of Agenda Piece, JD and his depressed band of rats have been suffering so much for the last couple of chapters. JD threatened Oda with a strongly worded email. JD demanded the backstory be revealed. And what did Oda say? Well, nigga, I got something for you, and I ain't done yet. JD has been getting his ass beat by Oda over and over again. Another backstory, more trauma, more depression. Oda, when will it end? Kuma and his lovely daughter, his lovely girl Jenny, suffer at the hands of a brutal disease that we still don't know the cure for. And Kuma continues to suffer as the Sorbet Kingdom is still in ruins due to the monarchy. What does Oda have next for trauma? Find out on the next rendition of Agenda Piece. On the last rendition of Agenda Piece, finally, after years in pain and suffering, Bartholomew Kuma lands a vicious, powerful, biblical, fatherly right hook across the jaw of that evil, disgusting St. J. Garcia in front of his beautiful baby girl Bonnie. Bonnie cries, "Daddy, you're the coolest man in the world. No one's more kinder than my daddy." We sob, we weep. Vegapunk is astonished. He said, chalk it up to the game, St. J, because I don't even know how this is happening. For real. We are astonished, but Oda delivered, as we prayed he did. But things are getting spicy. Big Business is back up, St. J is back up, and Robin is shaking in her boots as St. J brings out the ultimate Mickey Mouse card. We have a third Buster call. What's gonna happen on Egghead Island? Find out on the next rendition of Agenda Piece. On the last rendition of Agenda Peace. We had a chapter of epic proportions as the Sanji agenda skyrocketed to a level that no one has ever seen before. This guy that was called a fraud, this guy that was called a weak wing of the pirates, a guy that they tried to say wasn't part of the monster trio, just made big business Kizaru look like he'd never been looking before. He said, "Oda, what is going on here? This isn't on the script. I need more money." But that's not the only meal we got. Zoro fans were in the mud as they predicted that he'd one-shot Lucci and clear him out of the business. Well, guess what? He's still stalling base Lucci, chat. We don't know what's gonna happen. However, this chapter was full of meals. We had Doom Duke Dada Luffy, Rockin' J Garcia. We had the Blackbeard Pirates pulling up. There is too much going on, especially the Giants. Find out what's about to happen on the next rendition of Agenda Peace. On the last rendition of Agenda Peace. It has been eons since we've received a One Piece chapter. It's almost as if we forgot. But how can we forget when Zoro took down Lucci, showing us all that his racism is still prevalent in his life. However, Rob Lucci and his black pride causes him to stand up and stand proud in the face of Zoro's racism as he tells St. Marcus, "Save my brother. Even though he's an insect, he's still worth something. But York is down there, brother. Go get her." We move on to Dory and Brocky talking to Doom Duke Dada Luffy as St. Topman lets out a thunderous Conqueror's Haki roar. We're getting Gorosei feats now, but it really doesn't matter because Luffy is apparently playing Ace of Diamond. Who would have thunk? There's still things that need to happen. What is gonna happen with York? The giant robot is standing. Find out on the next rendition of Agenda Peace. On the last rendition of Agenda Peace, JD and his merry band of rats celebrated 100K. The silver plaque is here, baby. But let's focus back on the agenda as I realize Jimmy Neutron's grandfather, aka Dr. Vegapunk, has a head the size of Atlanta, Georgia. My God, look at that cranium. The world is watching for Vegapunk's announcement as St. Marcus is foiled yet again. But wait, there's even more than that. Sanji lands a massive hit on Gandhi and the crowd goes wild. The stocks are back up, folks. We love to see it. The Giants and Bonnie join in as the world is realizing that Vegapunk is dead. However, that doesn't stop that nasty, evil, disgusting St. J from trying to finish the job off in O'Hara by attacking Nico Robin. Once a snake, always a snake. And then we end with the massive reveal. The One Piece world will soon become Disney's Atlantis. This is massive. What's going to be revealed next? Find out on the next rendition of Agenda Peace. On the last rendition of Agenda Peace, the big reveal of Disney's Atlantis remake spreads across the One Piece world as beloved characters from every arc weigh in as opinions differ from character to character. The Gorosei are doing everything they can to stifle the truth, while St. Marcus stumbles across a massive reveal. The Mother Flame, the infinite energy source. What is this mysterious singular flame of energy? And L, do you have the answer? Doom Duke Dada Luffy and the Giants attempt to escape as St. Topman resist Gear 5. What's this? Gorosei feats against Gear 5, Rio and all. Kaido, are you on fraud watch? Top 30s might change, but the most important of these reveals is the fact that Joy Boy and the Void Century story is finally upon us. Oda, is it finally time? Find out on the next rendition of Agenda Peace. On the last rendition of Agenda Peace, the vile, disgusting St. J. Garcia unleashed a barrage of attacks upon the Giants and Co. Vegapunk's documentary reveals that those of rare and unique racial ancestry have been persecuted for some time due to the Void Century. The Doom Duke Dada twins engage as St. J and Bonnie's trauma flares up. Finally, it's time for retribution. Doom Duke Dada Bonnie lets out a heartfelt soliloquy about her pain, the pain of her father and mother, as Kizaru and Saint Tamaru all listen in. Doom Duke Dada Bonnie and Doom Duke Dada Luffy combine for a father-son Kamehameha punching attack, sending St. J into the ocean. Is that it for St. J? Bonnie cries tears of joy as Vegapunk mentions Roger's role in the secrets of the world. Pirates across the globe get goosebumps as we realize what is at hand. The One Piece will give us all the answers we want. The stage is set, the players are ready. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Find out on the next rendition of Agenda Peace.
The last rendition of Agenda Peace. The Straw Hats set sail for their journey to Elbaf as we turn our attentions to the aftermath of the events on Egghead Island. Big News Morgan, full of glee and unbridled readiness, prepares his panic-inducing agenda as he attempts to flood the masses with propaganda and trepidation. Disgusted at this behavior, Vivi challenges our large feathered rat for his toxicity. Big Business, gazing upon the destruction of Egghead, is challenged by Akainu, only to vibe check him for his foolishness. "If you ain't got my money, shut the hell up," he cried. Lilith awakens from her slumber as tears and sadness fill the ship, as many believe the Vegapunks to be dead. But we all know people don't actually die in One Piece. Despite this obvious Mickey, we still have mysteries to solve in Elbaf. What is left in store for us? Find out on the next rendition of Agenda Peace. On the last rendition of Agenda Peace. The despicable, disowned St. J. Garcia attempted to run damage control before the Vice Admirals to cover up his own failures. With foolish yet correct skepticism, Doberman questioned Saturn. Sadly, this ended up being a grave mistake. Celestial Dragons are reeling as a new player joins the Gorosei gang. Saint Fingerlin, aka Shanks' alleged father? This can only mean one thing, as Emu decides Saint Saturn's time is up. Finally, we have our meal for Brother Kuma and Lil Bonnie. Our joy is mildly halted as Oda confirms to Vegapunk Mickey with all the satellites remaining alive in Punk Records. I mean, come on guys, we all saw it coming. And speaking of seeing it coming, we end off with Dragon for the 50th time this arc, staring off into the distance and doing nothing. Will Dragon ever do anything? Find out on the next rendition of Agenda Peace.